another stitch. For those that don't know me, my name is Connie, and if you're new to my channel, I'd like to welcome you. And if you are new, let me know in the comments section down below. Let me know how you found out about my channel, and let me know a little bit about yourself so I can start to get to know you better. So howdy, like GrannyDee says. How is everybody doing? All right, so I have a lot of important channel announcements, updates that I will be talking about in this video. There's a lot of information that I want to share with you. My notes, everything that I want to make sure I mention is on this page, and the very beginning where the line is on the back. So this may be a longer video, but I do feel like it is important that you watch this video in its entirety so you know about things that's going to be happening at my channel, and just keeping you on the loop, in the loop of some changes you will be seeing taking place on my channel. And I also have a very sweet blessing to share with y'all too in this video. So let's get started. The first thing is equipment update. Y'all probably noticed that I've been getting some new equipment. You see the quality of certain things getting better. You may notice that there's levels where there's some tweaking I still need to do, and there's still some things I know I still need to fix, and I am working on it. I'm trying to take just another stitch to the next level and just offering you better quality videos. When I'm talking about stuff, well, I'm going to be working on other factors too, but I'm talking about right now equipment things that improve videos that are just equipment based. So in this video, this is the very first video that I am filming from the new phone I got. And I do find this phone's quality, from what I've seen so far, is way, 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 way better. And I think this is actually the best phone that I've had to film from since I've started my channel. Yay! But I do want to know your thoughts and your feedback on this. Maybe you notice little things that maybe for some reason I don't notice. So I need your feedback on this. Do you find things are looking better when it comes to equipment and getting better? So please let me know those things in the comments. And with new equipment, I do, you will see where I have to tweak certain things. And there are still a few things that I need to get. And those things will just take time. But I'm working on it. And I do want y'all to know this. Because I know one thing that, and I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to fix this. Sometimes I'll talk with my hands, and I find now I do that more on my channel. But that movement, I notice sometimes will make a difference in the lighting. And I don't know, maybe I need to try to back off from talking with my hands as much. And sometimes when I hold things up, like when I'm sharing my whips and finished objects, I notice that it changes the lighting when something's held up. And a lot of that's based on having a very high quality camera. And those can get extremely, extremely expensive. Now, my brother is really into photography and taking pictures. He probably has that type of quality camera. But that's something that he's very passionate about, interest, and he enjoys it. So he invests a lot of money in it, and he can afford to. But, you know, I'm not at a stage yet where I can afford like an extremely expensive camera. You know, it's not in my budget. I'm sorry, my friends. You know, I got to work with what I can work with. So, like I said, there will still be some tweaks on things. And my goal is, which after I start editing and uploading my videos today, I'm going to find out about some things that I need to see if this new phone camera improves. I really want to get it to where I use my larger tripod that's on the ground to film, where I don't feel like I need to start the camera. And if I'm hoping this phone makes transferring files to my computer easier. So I'm about to find that out. So if it does, then I can easily just hit that record button or have Frank hit it for me and start filming my videos. And if I feel something needs to be edited out, I can do that in the editing process. And that will eliminate a lot of camera shaking. Because sometimes I talk with my hands and I think that movement, the vibration sometimes shakes my camera when it's on my filming table, right? You know, and sometimes I bump the table by accident. So that's usually where our buddy jumping on the table while I'm filming. Those are usually now at this point, when you see any shaking in the camera, that is the reasons for it. All right, moving on. I know I told you I plan to replace my microphone, and I don't think I've mentioned this to you, but I do plan to get an attachment so I can do overhead filming for tutorials. But when it comes to the microphone and even getting that attachment, there unfortunately has been a delay. It's all my fault. I changed my payment method with YouTube. And when I did so, I made a boo-boo. So I'm not going to get my check from them at the end of this month, like I'm supposed to. It's now going to be delayed until the end of February. Really, it's not a big thing. It's going to take an extra month for me to get these things. But never fear, it's coming. I promise. But it also, it's kind of acting like a savings. So it's letting me get better quality things. And I think I'm going to be able to purchase something, which I'm about to get into, that I've been really wanting. And I think it will, even though it's a me item, but I do think it's an investment for my channel too. But anywho, with the mic, I'm actually gonna probably spend about $10 to $15 over what I had initially budgeted, because I've been looking at mics trying to decide which one to go with, and I still have more research to do, and it's mostly reading the reviews, you know, to see what I feel like will be the better quality based on the reviews. And I kind of have a method that I tend to go about it. But while I was looking, you know, I saw some better quality ones. And like some of these have like sound effects. And I was like, ooh, that's cool. I could add some little things to my video that I think will just kind of take it a little to the next level. Like, for instance, say I am announcing like winners, like do maybe it's a pattern giveaway winner, or whenever I do, like, usually each year I do a podiversary, giveaway event. And when my birthday comes around, I do a birthday bash giveaway event. Well, it also allows me to give little sound effects, like when I announce a winner, like clapping. I can just hit a button, like, to congratulate them for being the winner. And there's some other sound effects too. I'll have to play with it, but I think it's so cool. And I just noticed when I looked up, if I look up, you see how my ring light is reflecting into my glasses. But if I for the most part, my head is like this, where it doesn't. But that is something I am noticing. So if I'm looking up and you notice a reflection, I need to do a little tweaking there. But anywho, let's see. I covered everything with the mic. The overhead filming, I feel like, I really want to take my tutorials to the next level. And when you start doing tutorials, it's a learning thing. Tutorials are not easy to do. And like I talk to other content creators, and a lot of them say the very same thing. And actually, by talking to them, I've learned about things that I didn't even know were out there. One thing is there's an app where you can literally have what you're filming show up on your on your TV or computer. It syncs with it. And I never knew about this. And it keeps you, when you do tutorials, you gradually start drifting out of camera range. And when I first did my tutorials, it happened a lot more. But now I usually catch myself before I actually get out of camera range. I might go kind of like this, and then you'll see me, and I know, I've heard, some people will mark, say the table some way so they know that this is where the camera reaches. And that's one practice that I may try to start doing. But if it's on your TV, and especially if I angle my table, where all I have to do is look up and see my TV screen, which would be easier than if I do the overhead thing and I'm trying to see if I'm going out of camera range. And I'm like, I didn't know that was out there, And then she recommended one. And actually, this is Laura with Laura's Yarn Talk that told me about this, which she learned from other content creators. And she's just passing the information for it, which thank you so much for that, Laura. And I also when I found that one, I noticed there were ones that had better review ratings, which I'm probably going to check out some of the other ones and see what's easiest for me to learn, what I feel works best for me, better quality, has less issues. But that is something that I want to start using, which should improve my tutorials. So, and sometimes y'all may know certain things that would help me that I don't know about. And if you know certain things, y'all can either tell me about it in the comments or email me. Because I do find communicating with y'all on things like this helps me find out certain things that I may not be aware of. Having a channel really is a learning thing. And you improve the longer you have your channel. And I know I strive to improve. I want to take my channel to a certain level. It may take me 5-10 years to get there, and I may never entirely get where I want to be, but at least I know I have a goal and I'm working towards it, And I think goals are very, very, very important. But anyway, back to what I wanted to tell y'all. Oh yeah, the overhead filming does provide better tutorials. And the reason for that is your camera is up here above what you're like doing the tutorial on. And whenever, like the way that I've currently been doing my tutorials, it's awkward. I'm basically hugging my tripod. My tripod's like right here and, holding my camera. And my arms have to reach around it, which makes it harder and more awkward to do my stitching. I mean, I do find when I do tutorials, my hands do get shaky too. So I'm probably always going to kind of have a little touch of that in my tutorials. Hopefully over time, the hand shaking calms down, But, and then another thing that comes with that is you're more prone to bump your camera and cause it to shake on a tutorial. So I want to get away from those things. So those are all things I'm trying to make work to improve things. I can already tell this is going to be a long video, but there's a lot of important info, like I said at the beginning. So please try to find some time to watch everything if you want to know everything new coming and some changes that's going to be taking place. Okay. So the next thing I want to mention is I know I have, I think about 5, maybe 6 videos that I pre-recorded. And one, I actually didn't finish filming. And these are going to be mixed in with videos that I will be using my new phone camera on. So you'll kind of see like some of my videos that I put out will have better quality than others. It's just I already recorded these videos and I haven't put them out to you yet. And some of them I don't know when I'm going to squeeze them in. A lot of them have to do with like weight loss motivational videos, helpful information on weight struggles. Some of them, and I may have them all out to y'all in the next 2 weeks, and it may take me 3 or 4 weeks before I get all of them put out, because I have what I call my regular weekly videos, and then I do like what I call my extras, and those I fit them in where I feel like I can. And then sometimes other things come up that it's a video that I need to put out on a certain day or this week. And those things come up. So you'll notice that. You'll see some little flip-flop. It's because it's different cameras. So just bear with me with that, everything's going to have better quality in the next probably 2 months, about 2, maybe 2.5 months. I should be at the quality with everything that I'm striving to achieve. All right. I kind of touched on this a little bit when I said that there's a me item that I'm hoping to get next month. And it's going to kind of be a birthday present to me because my check should come right before my birthday. So it's kind of like, kind of sweet the timing. And it's something I've been wanting to purchase. Some of it's to improve my speed with crochet. So in some aspects, I think it will create better tutorials. Because I use no-name Amazon crochet hooks. And they get the job wrong, but I don't feel like they glide. Which means I crochet slower. And when you do tutorials, there's sometimes I'm fighting the hook where you'll see me having to force it. And I'm hoping with better quality hooks, there won't be that in the tutorials. Frank just stopped and corrected me. When I had said, don't get me wrong, they get the job done, I think I kind of like worded it wrong. But I'm just saying that you'll still get the end game result, but it's a slower process and you struggle with that hook more because it don't glide like butter. So I do feel like that's something that will improve, and hopefully everything works out, that doesn't get pushed back. But if it does, so be it. I'll just be patient and get it when the timing's right. But I am hoping to make that happen around my birthday. And speaking of my birthday, which is February 27th, I am planning to do a birthday bash, which is basically, well, I plan to do some things a little different. There's going to kind of be 3 ways that different ways in a sense that you can enter. Whatever prizes that I have for the giveaway, I'm going to divide them 3 ways. Where I do plan to do a video giveaway where, I'll have prizes. You have certain keywords to enter, and then I give you about 2 weeks and then pick up the winners. But I also want to do a live event with some of the prizes. But it won't be as long as a live event. Like how would I used to do these events in live? They typically were like 3 hours long, and sometimes they went over 3 hours. I'm aiming for about an hour and a half. But I know some people love lives, and they love these events in lives. So I want to bring it back to those people that fall into that category. But then, and the reason why I gravitated to doing the videos was some people don't watch lives. They just don't like them. And that's okay. We're all different. Some people prefer the videos. Some people prefer the lives. Some people watch both. So, that's why I try to provide both to you. Well, with the lives, another issue that comes up, I may do the live and you got something going on that day, that time, where you can't be there when I'm live. But, like when I do a live and that happens, you'll catch my replay. So I want to divide some of the prizes on the live for replay prizes. So it kind of focuses on everyone's preferences. So that's what I think I'm going to do for my birthday bash. And that's coming very soon. And today is the last day. I don't have many hours left to enter my 3-year podiversary giveaway. Today is Sunday, the 14th. Yeah, the 14th. Basically, you have till the end of today, Central Standard Time. If you enter before I go to pick the winners, your entry still will be there, but I can only guarantee you until midnight. Because once I go to pick them, if you enter after that, even though that video is not up yet, you're not entered. Sorry, I can't control it. So tomorrow, I'm going to work on picking the winners, getting all that filmed. It's going to be a longer video. Then my plan is I will schedule this video for the 16th, which is today, Tuesday. And I'm going to schedule it for 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. And I wanted to set it up as a premiere, which I meant to do that when I did the giveaway video, but I made a boo-boo and it just uploaded it like a regular video. And some of y'all don't understand what I mean by a premiere. It's in reality a pre-recorded video that's uploaded to YouTube, like this video here. I'm not live, even though it opens up the chat when it first, airs on YouTube. Like right at 8 o'clock is where it premieres. And if you catch me at 8 o'clock, the chat will be open. And, I feel like it builds excitement and we can just kind of chat among each other. And I do intend to be there unless for some reason something happens so I can chat with y'all. But I am not live. But you don't have to catch it when it premieres. That video will stay there. You can watch it later in the day. The chat won't be open to chat. But the comment section will be open after the premiere ends. And, y'all can leave y'all comments there, anything you want to, like y'all normally do on videos. That is what a premiere is. And I notice sometimes I don't think people fully understand that. Kind of like when you set a video up like that, some people start trying, like when it's the actual giveaway video, they'll try to put their entries in the chat. And it's like, no, wait for the comment section to open up after it premieres. That's where you enter it, because that's how the comment pickers, go to pick, to pick the winners. So I just kind of wanted to explain that to y'all. Now I want to talk finished projects video. Normally I aim to do a finished projects video the 15th of every month. It doesn't always go out exactly on the 15th. Sometimes I'm a few days late, but that's approximately when I aim to get those videos out. And in general, you'll notice that, my videos won't always go out the day I aim for. It might be a few days late, but I strive to try to get it out those days. But life happens, and y'all know I have a lot of health issues, and sometimes they come knocking on my door. And where some days I'm just like, I have intentions to do things with my channel, and I'm just like, look, my body's talking to me. I need to relax today. My health is a lot better than where it was last year, and I'm working very hard to get my health even in a better place. But on some level, I will always have health issues. Like next year, more than likely, it won't affect me as badly. So the more I get my health where it needs to be, the more this won't affect my channel. And that's why I always say last year was a bad year for just another Stitch, because it took me away from my channel too much. But because I'll be picking the winners, and it's the same time that I put out my finished projects video, and they're both very time-consuming videos to make. The finished projects video is more so. I may not do it this month. I may have to push it back to February. But I haven't gotten as many pictures this month. Like last year was like a record for my finished projects video. I think I topped 200 pictures in the video. And the more pictures I get, the more time consuming it is to make those videos. And those videos are a lot of work. But I love them, and I know a lot of y'all love them. So I love making those videos for y'all. I find they're inspiring. It gives you ideas. And if you don't know, I do these videos. It's approximately the 15th every month. Every now and then there's a month I'm not able to do the video, like January, maybe one of those months. But the thing is, when you make your makes and finish them, you can take a picture and send me an email sharing your picture. And my email address is always in the description box of my videos. There's a lot of important information in the description box because maybe I may add something that I think is helpful information that I was talking about in the video that I didn't state in the video. You may find it there. My contact information's there. You know, just check that out, and not just on my channel, other channels too. You don't know what they put in that description box. And a lot of times you got to click the see more button to see everything. But yeah, just send me an email with your pictures. And what I do is, when I go to respond to your emails, I save the pictures in a special folder for the next, finished projects video. And when I go to work on it, I get all the pictures from that folder. And sometimes with my emails, I do take longer to respond back. But with emails, if it's something that needs to be responded to, I will respond back. And at a certain point, if you haven't heard back from me, it's probably because I somehow missed your email or overlooked it. I don't think it happens often, and I do find I'm at the point with my channel, it takes me longer to respond to emails. But just be patient. I will respond. And the same thing with comments, YouTube comments. I get behind on them a lot. I'm at the point where a lot of times you will just see me heart the comment. If for some reason that I feel it needs a response, I will respond to it, especially like questions, stuff like that. Or I just, some things I read and I feel compelled to reply back to. So if I don't respond to your comment, it's not personal. It's just like, if you're just replying like, hi, Connie, thank you for, whatever, I'm probably just going to hoard it. Even though really, truly, I wish I could reply back, hi, so-and-so, thank you. Have a nice day. There's not enough time in the day anymore. I'm sorry. And I've learned I have to accept that. And trust me, that has been a hard thing for me. But I want to make more time to do more on my channel too. So, I gotta, what's my priority? Be smarter with my time. Tutorials for my channel. I am hoping to start with some of my tutorials this coming week. Some of it I want to see how it looks with my new equipment. I may delay it if I feel like the quality isn't good enough until I get my new equipment to improve that quality. But do keep in mind, the quality will get a little better once I can film overhead. And I forgot to mention this earlier, even with the mic, I think I'm going to start using a mic too when I film my videos like this, when I'm not live, because I think it will improve the audio some, probably make me clearer. and just kind of elevate it. Because some people watching, they may be like hard of hearing. And even though they have the volume on all the way, they still struggle. Even though, like, when I go back and look at my videos, I find I'm loud enough, you know, on my regular videos. Usually if there's an audio issue, it's my lives. But I did want to mention that to y'all. Let's see. Now I'm going to start getting into lives. The Yarnaholics. We're pretty sure we've come up with when we're going to be doing our lives. But this is what most of us, you know, works for everybody. There's a few people that haven't. Well, really it's more one person that we don't know 100% that this new time and day will work for. I think it will, though. And one person, based on what, like when we talked, and we have this little group chat that we communicate when we go, you know, we go to plan our lives. And this person did seem okay with this. So, but it looks like we're going to be doing the second Monday of the month at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's been very hard for us since there's 5 of us with everybody's time schedules, finding a time that works for everybody. And that's why the Yarnaholics really weren't around hardly last year. And we're trying to have more of us on the lives. You know, and hopefully we have more times where all 5 of us are there. That's what we're aiming for. But getting all 5 of us available at the same time is difficult. So that's why you won't always see all 5 of us. Also, me and Lisa, with Coping with Yarn, have decided to start a new collab live. And this is all based on how I've been doing my videos about weight loss motivation, weight struggles. And this is something that she's striving to do. And we've even in the past kind of talked about possibly doing a collab live together, especially when the Yarnaholics was struggling, you know, to get our lives going. But evidently my videos really have been touching her. And like, whenever I hear people tell me this, it's just like, oh, wow, you know, that's the purpose of why I'm talking about these things, is to help others and to bring awareness. And, you know, and whenever I hear I'm making a difference, y'all don't know how much it means to me. You know, and then y'all make me feel good about myself when y'all tell me these things. So we're gonna start, like, you know, weight motivation, weight struggle type live, and we haven't completely decided on the name. We've talked about stuff about like something like true confessions of something to do with a person that has weight struggles, but we're trying to use kind words. Because like one thing I thought about, and it's a word I really don't like. And I don't know if I want to use that. And then I don't want people to take offense to that word. But it was about how other people treat people that have weight struggles. You know, at least that's how I view it. But I didn't want anyone to try to think that I was calling them that word. And that was a concern for both of us. But I kind of like true confessions of a blah, blah, blah. Or like confessions of, and I think that's going to be in our title, but you know what we call ourselves, but we're still doing some tweaking. And Lisa, and like, you know, that kind of stemmed more from my idea. Lisa may come up with something that better and we're like, oh yeah, that's it. That's the name. But when we're playing, you know, our plan for this live is to do it the last Wednesday of the month. And we plan to do it the end of January, the last Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So y'all come join us. All right, now let's get into the lives for this week. I have this and my blessing to share with y'all, and then that's it, okay? All right. I'm going to let y'all know what's happening in my lives. Tuesday is my Coffee with Connie live at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Unless something changes with these lives, you know, this is when I should be going live and my guest stars. So in this live, it should be Kim with Kim's Crochet and Knits. Then Wednesday, the Southern Crocheters will finally be back. Finally. Barbara has gotten settled with her move. She recently moved, and that's mostly why. Some of it was my health problems. And when that sorted itself out more, she was in the process of moving, and that's why we haven't been around. But there will be 3 of us when we come back Wednesday. But you'll have to find out who will be joining us on Wednesday. I like the element of surprise. So we're doing our live Wednesday the 17th at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. And even we're like, I think it's just the time that's changing with our lives. And that's based on the third person schedule, the new person. Our old time didn't work for her. But yeah, our live should always be the, let's see, I think it's third. Third Wednesday of the month at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. We did pick out a topic, but I'm like, I don't remember what the topic is. And I reached out to the other 2. I'm like, what did we decide on for the topic? But it will be on Barbara's channel, Barbara with Crochet Therapy. Then Saturday, the 20th, I will have my Coffee with Connie live at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. And my guest star will be Krystal with Krystal the Yarny Chicken and Crazy Cat Lady. And Krystal, she alternates with Jessica Wilson on the 3rd Saturday of the month. So this month it's Krystal. February it'll be Jessica. Now, I forgot to mention this when I was talking about Kim coming live with me. She's my regular 3rd Tuesday of the month guest star. But again, life gets in the way, stuff happens, so they may not always be there. Or that could change in the future where they can no longer do it. But that's the live. Last thing for you. And this, y'all, this was such a blessing. And this was actually something that I really didn't even realize until recently that I needed. And I mean, there is a level where I know these devices exist, but I forget about them. Frank actually tends to think about this stuff way more than I do. And it was an issue that came up when I got my new lighting system because it plugs into a USB port. And my computer only has so many USB ports. And I think this is why I had audio issues on the last Yarnaholics live, the one we did this week that's just ending. And, because before I got on that panel, I tested my microphone and it peaked like how it's supposed to. And I check this now before I do my lives. And it usually lets me know if my microphone switched to my web camera mic, which when it does that, that's where the audio issues come from. And I made the mistake that I plugged the USB port into a connector piece that plugs into an electrical socket instead of directly into my computer, where I should have been plugging the USB for my lighting into the electrical socket, which is why I don't think that microphone was picking up my audio. And I was just like, no, not again. I was all pumped and excited on that live. And I so got out of my comfort zone on that live. And I did some things that was a huge things for myself. And it shows my personal growth. And me and Lisa with Coping with Yarn was doing this in the background. And like those that watched, most of y'all were like cracking up laughing at stuff we were doing. and it's like, it's funny. So if y'all haven't watched that live, it starts around the like 1 hour, 8 minute, 9 minute, or 10 minute mark, around the time Krystal starts doing the giveaways for that live. And the funny thing is that we were clowning around and stuff. And I think y'all will get a good laugh at this. And that also shows how much better I can move now, how my health has improved. So, like I said, I've been having, USB issues when it comes to my computers, because a lot of times, especially when you have a lot of stuff you try to connect to your computer. I have a desktop computer that I do a lot of my channel stuff from. I love it. I love having a desktop for certain things. And you run out of USB. They normally don't give you enough. And, I was, kind of just talking on a live about like some of the stuff like I was going through, when it came to setting up my new equipment. And sometimes it takes me a while to figure out how to do things. Sometimes Frank helps me with figuring certain things out, certain things he's better at. Well, I was talking about the USB issue, and I guess it spoke to somebody that was there with me whenever I was doing the live. And this person, she's actually new to my channel. And what she did, her act of kindness, her blessing to me, means a lot to me. That she thought enough of me to do this for me and believe that much in my channel. So, it's just like sometimes when y'all do, really anytime someone does a kind act for me, I'm bad about expressing how much it truly means to me, but it truly does. And, how much, you put a smile on my face. You made my day. You helped solve something that was, a small little thing I needed to do on my channel. You made my channel better. So thank you. And this person is Diamond Ring Girl. Her first name is actually Joan. And what she did was, this is a device that I just plug into my computer with this USB port, and it provides me with extra USB ports for my computer. And they're probably, or like, well, the micro should probably still use. I don't think there's any new equipment coming that I plan to purchase that will take up any more ports, USB ports on my computer. But at some point, it may or may be something me or Frank need for, personal use. So thank you, Joan. This means a lot to me. But anywho, on that note, I'm gonna wrap it up. I hope everyone is having a fabulous Yarny day. Be the light, and always remember to be the best sparkly you that you can be. And be cool and be kind. Connie out. Bye.